Good evening, everyone, from the Central Illinois Weather Network. I'm Larry Eastep. We do have a number of severe storms and tornadoes continuing across portions of the Ohio and Tennessee valleys. Right now we have a line of intense storms along I-65 in Kentucky, stretching down to just to the east of Nashville in Middle Tennessee. This has created a number of warnings as these storms have continued to march across areas from Knoxville down to the Chattanooga region. We also have storms right now in northern portions of Alabama and moving through Atlanta Metro. Storms just moved out of the Jackson, Mississippi area over the past half hour, and the low up to the north is spinning over portions of Missouri and Illinois, continuing the threat for rotation there. Let's look a little bit further to the north over the Ohio Valley radar. You can see that line of storms very intense from Lexington to just east of Louisville. In fact, all the way up to the Columbus, Ohio area, some pretty nasty storms there just to the east of Nashville. And also storms now firing up along the I-75 and I-81 corridors over in eastern Tennessee. I-75 is definitely an area to watch from Knoxville down to Chattanooga, again, as these storms approach the Smoky Mountains. You see the spinning going on up in the northwestern portion of this particular image. We'll get that back up here for you in just a moment. There we go. And we can show you the spinning where this counterclockwise motion is going on. That is where the low is. And a brand new tornado watch has been issued for this area here from Indianapolis to Champaign, Illinois, up to Chicago. This tornado watch in effect until around 2 a.m. and it's because of these bands of storms that are going to kind of spin around here and possibly create some rotation and the possibility of some tornadoes over this area here. We'll look at that in a little bit more detail in a moment. In fact, we can bring you the Lincoln radar right now and show you. We'll zoom out here and show you the slight risk of severe thunderstorm area and that brand new tornado watch which has popped up here. This watch here in effect until 11 p.m. this evening. This watch over towards the east, which we'll zoom in on that, is in effect until 2 a.m. And that would include areas from Bloomington, Indiana, up through Lafayette, and also on down through the Indianapolis area, just to the east of Indianapolis, actually. We can kind of show you here, again, Lafayette under that watch, and that also includes Crawfordsville, on down along I-74, and over through portions of Marion, Hendricks, Boone, Clinton counties in Indiana, all the way back through the Champaign, Illinois area, Iroquois and Ford County, and down towards the Mattoon area. So we're going to keep an eye out in those areas. Right now, central Illinois just has some pretty good rain showers occurring. Nothing severe at the moment. You do see some lightning there between, looks like up actually to the north of Champaign right now as you're going along I-57 towards Joliet. We'll keep an eye on that. Slight risk of thunderstorms continues from Springfield to Galesburg and further towards the east. You can see this front kind of occluded frontal boundary here just kind of laying over southern Illinois, and that will continue the chance of precipitation there. Flash flood warnings occurring over in portions of eastern Missouri right now. You can see all the counties there: Audrain, Boone, Callaway, Cole, Marion, and on down the list, as flash flooding is a threat till around 1:30 in the morning in those areas. Now let's check out the Tennessee Valley radar again and show you these particular tornado warnings we're watching for. And we'll zoom in here. Let's go to the high top Alabama radar and we'll show you this particular tornado warning for Blount County, Alabama. Storm movement east at 40 miles an hour. We'll take a look at that tornado warning in more detail. And that particular tornado warning, National Weather Service radar continued to indicate a tornado as of 9:35 this evening. This tornado was located near Chambliss Mill, or about 6 miles west of Blountsville, moving east at 40 miles an hour. This tornado would be right now at 9:50, 6 miles north of Rosa, and also will be in the Susan Moore, Hendricks, and Brooksville areas by 9:55 and Sneed by 10 o'clock. So again, that is this particular storm here showing a tornado warning. We're seeing a pretty good indication here from Storm Lab that there is most likely a tornado here. We're getting some very strong returns over the northern portion of this warning, and that's going to be one to watch. Also, these storms further out to the west and southwest are also a concern as they move to the north of the Birmingham area. Just to the north of Birmingham, this last batch of storms will start to move towards the east along I-65 and finally up along the I-59 corridor and on up towards Huntsville. Some additional pretty nasty storms, again, moving fairly close to the Chattanooga area. We'll bring that into view here and show you. Again, just to the west of Chattanooga, you've got lines of storms moving through Marion County and over towards Grundy County and on down to the south over Jackson County as well. All those storms moving towards the east, and we will be watching those very closely as those move along the I-59 and I-75 corridors. Now we have another tornado warning just coming out. Jackson Kentucky, National Weather Service radar now showing us these tornado warnings. We'll change a couple things here on the map, and we can show you, we'll zoom in here just a little bit closer on these particular warnings. Pulaski County, Kentucky, Wayne County, Kentucky until 11:15 Eastern Daylight Time, a tornado warning in effect there. We also have a tornado warning now in effect for this particular cell for Clay County, Jackson County, Overton County, and Pickett County in Tennessee until 10:15 Central Time. We'll again zoom in on both of those particular cells, and we can show those up a little bit closer to you as this line stretches from just to the west of Huntington, West Virginia, all the way down now to the west of Chattanooga. You can see the counties in tornado warnings now, Pulaski and Wayne County, those counties, of course, in eastern Kentucky, and then we've again got portions of Overton, Pickett, Clay, and Jackson counties in Tennessee, all under tornado warnings for this line of storms here that we're watching. And we do have a couple of pretty pronounced echoes here that are showing the indications of a tornado on radar as these storms start to march off towards the east at around 40 miles per hour. We'll in fact show you that particular tornado warning for southwestern Pulaski County and northern Wayne County in south central Kentucky. Radars continue to indicate a possible tornado, and this storm was located at 10:41 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time near Parnell, 9 miles northwest of Monticello, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. You can see the other towns affected there. And again, this warning now in Tennessee, we'll bring that up a little bit closer here for you and show you that particular cell in detail just on the Tennessee border there. You can see the purples coming in with that. That usually is very indicative of a tornadic cell. We'll get in here just a little bit closer on that, and we can get the details here on that particular warning. Well, we got in a little bit too close. We can tell you the warning here. Sometimes the mouse does not cooperate like it should, but again, we can give you the details on that warning now. That tornado warning for east central Jackson County, northwestern Overton County, western Pickett County, and eastern Clay County, all in middle Tennessee until 10:15 Central Daylight Time at 9:40 Central Daylight Time. National Weather Service radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado 6 miles south of Salina, moving to the east at 45 miles per hour. This would be near Byrdstown by 10:10 Central Time. Again, that's this cell here that you're seeing on radar, and that particular cell is showing signs of strengthening as it continues to move towards the east-northeast. So we'll keep an eye on all these storms as they move across the area here of Tennessee and on down into Alabama. We're looking again here at the wider view, and you can see these storms really racing towards the east, and a lot of large hail reported with these cells as well. Nashville looks like you're pretty well in the clear now. You're on the back end of this watch, but watches continue towards your east. We'll keep an eye on it throughout the evening. Further updates from the Central Illinois Weather Network as the situation warrants.